And about 10 minutes later...
Okabe comes back and he's like walking on the balls of his feet all awkwardly.
That, or he comes back and he's so limber, his walk cycle has changed so much, it's like a different guy. Received an orthopedic massage so powerful that it changed his fucking personality.
Hey guys, how's it going? We all feeling nice and chill today?
Yeah, I worked through a lot of shit back there. It was intense. Let me tell you. Whew, massage therapy.
Putting the therapy in massage therapy.
Hello? Tuturu Mayushi speaking. What's the word? Guess what? I found something amazing. Huh? Amazing? Deets, please. I found Betalia Dojin all about London. So, when I went to go check out B14, I found this really amazing Betalia Dojin. I just couldn't help myself. Mayushi? What about Chopstick Girl? What? Oh, that whole area was an island for Betalia stuff, so there weren't any Rhinet cosplayers around.
Is that a play on a series?
Yeah, Hetalia.
Yeah, okay.
How about a weird code thing? Did you see B14 7H8HY91 anywhere? Oh, what's that? I don't see anything like that. What about 7H? That's the most important one. Sorry, I don't see anything. There was nothing in any of the dojin either. All right. Do you mind asking the folks in the circle I say dooming you instantly? Oh, and maybe check to see if any one of them were at the cosplay square yesterday. Sure, you got it. Hold on just a sec. Mayushi's voice sounds distant. I can tell she's talking to somebody. Sorry to keep you waiting. They didn't know anything about 7H or B14. What about the cosplayers? None of them were at Komima yesterday. Oh, okay. Thanks for the help, Mayushi. No problemo. And thanks for introducing me to such a great circle, too.
We didn't find what we were looking for, but I did find a new friend.
Dead end. Back to square one. Why don't you just throw in the towel? I doubt this is as big a deal as you think it is, Hashida. There's no reason for you to go out of your way like this.
Yes, listen to her. Throw the towel at her and then follow it up with a left hook. She will never see it coming.
While she's talking, the adhesive bandage I'd left beside the PC monitor catches my eye. I take it in my hand and stare at it. The Upa's innocent face stares right back at me.
Here, take this bandage.
Her smile. I have to protect it. Huh? I am her knight. Whoa. You're getting dangerously close to stalker status, buddy. I'm okay with that.
You know what weirdly I am too? But only in this one instance. It's kind of existential for me.
The strange voice in my head tells me it's fine too. So I'm sure it's cool.
Oh no, Daru.
Are you serious? So I was thinking maybe we can use a cheat. A cheat? We can search for Chop Girl She's phone. How? Are you gonna hack it or something? Nah, no need for that. These days it's super easy to get your hands on personal info. Just take a look at those news gathering sites and you'll find plenty of instances of stuff blowing up online. Channelers of justice try to pick up on small trails of evidence and combine it all to pin down a particular person. And you're planning on doing this by yourself? Of course not, SMH. You might have forgotten, but I'm actually a pretty well-known hacker in the internet world. Yeah, sure you are. I'm being serious. I have some pretty talented friends. I've actually got a small army of funnels to help in instances of labor-heavy online work. Today is the day I realized I never want to make you my enemy. Since Chop Girl, she is a cosplayer, she probably has more of an online presence than most. And girls like that tend to accidentally post way more of their personal info on the net than intended. If Chop Girl, she is active on the internet, we should be able to find her pretty easily. Don't say I didn't warn you. I start to wonder if maybe Okarine's bad habits are rubbing off on me.
Sorry about that. Please continue. Oh, that feels much looser.
I ignore Maki say she's annoyed look and get started. Done. Got it. I found her. It took just under 2 hours. Godlike if I do say so myself. My lovely friends are truly exceptional. Whoa. I didn't think you'd actually do it. You're kind of terrifying, Hashida. Especially compared to Okabe. This is pretty much my part-time job, so if you ever need to find something out about someone, hit me up. And don't ask too many questions about legality.
No. You're supposed to hit her up, not the other way around.
Hell no. I have no interest in nosing around in someone else's business. So you're saying you don't mind others nosing around in yours? I pretend to ignore Maki Seishi's glare of death, all the while running through the information that my friends gathered for me. We have a form and everything.
God, I see. Okay, blood type. Oh, that sucks. Amayuki, born in 88. So she'd be like, what, 23? 22?
The age is right below.
22, right, at the core. Fuck, I was doing it the wrong way. Oh, Amayuki. Oh, that's her cosplay name.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's Amane.
Yuki, yeah.
Yeah, Amane Yuki. Yes, yeah, all right, so that is her. I want to cosplay as Chopstick Girl at Komima. Perfect.
Huh. Her name is Amane Yuki. Yuki-tan, eh? Wait a sec, I know someone else with that unique surname, don't I?
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't look into it.
Amane, is she related to Amane Suzuha-san? Why don't we ask her? But didn't Okabe say she wasn't working today? She's probably not downstairs right now. Oh, right. Bad timing. Maki Seishi, do you know her number? She shakes her head back and forth. Same. Okabe might know. Good point. Mind getting in touch with him for me? Yeah? While I let Maki say she handled that, I look over Amane Yuki's deeds.
Why so hesitant to call, assistant?
She's a university student in her 4th year, too. The older sister type. The best. I thought you were a lolicon. I don't discriminate.
Well, that was exhausting to just read.
There we go. Got her number. Mission accomplished. Damn, Okabe's not answering. Useless as always. So now that we've got her number, what's the plan? I'm gonna try giving her a call. It's been almost 24 hours since Yuki-tan last posted in the @channel thread. If she really is in a pinch, we have to act fast. If it turns out I'm just reading too much into this, I'm fine with that. Hell, I hope that's actually the case.
Yeah.
The phone rings. If nothing else, it hasn't been turned off, but nobody's answered yet. What should I even say if she does pick up? Something like, "Salutations, I'm the guy you met at Komima yesterday." Or what about, "Hey, I found your personal info online, and that's how I got your number." Hell no. She answered. Silence. The person on the other end says nothing, but I can definitely tell that somebody's there. Why are they silent? Is it not Yuki-tan? I should just say something to get them talking. Shit, I'm drawing a total blank. I have to say something before they hang up. Anything. What am I supposed to say? And just then,
Uh,
a girl's voice. Could you tell me the color of your panties? Fuck! I totally screwed up. What the hell did I just
God
ask her?
damn it!
I mean, sure, I do want to know, but still.
Fuck! Shit! God damn it!
So you, wrote some stuff about a bomb, right? I was worried you might be in trouble, so I did some shady stuff to get your number. You want to know how I was able to do that? Well, you see, I'm actually a famous super hacker in the... they hung up. Of course they did. Maki says she's death glare pierces a hole in me.
Ah, I can feel my arms. I can feel them, floating away.
Are you stupid? Do you want to die? Anybody in their right mind would hang up after hearing something like that. But I didn't know what to say.
Bring her back again. Yeah. All right. Wait.
The funnels. All funnels report status.
This is Dominic. West wing clear. Ignored. MI 19 and secured RA 52. This is Cecilia. Q in east. She 45 is bad. Unable to move. Shit. This is Bianca. Suppression of east 1-3 completed. All limited to 5. Moving to assist Cecilia. This is Alice. Bianca. Dominic abandoned east me row and prioritize E last suma. Bianca here. Understood. Okay, so this is just literally all their coordination.
Yeah, we gotta see it all. Now that we've seen it there, we gotta.
Okay. Okay, where we left off. Dominic here, understood. However, the connecting hall to the east wing is too congested. This is Alice. Dominic, use the shortcut to proceed to east wing. This should cut travel time by 10 minutes. Over. This is Alice returning from Hanona line. Intel on 1 per person was authentic. Repeat, intel on 1 per person was authentic. Over. Oh, that intel on Hanona was for real? It's over. Hanona is gone. God damn it, that's why I kept saying all the funnels should head for Hanona. It's sad, but it's war. We can reflect on it later. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. This is Alice. All funnels report status. I'm in East 3, encountered trouble with trolls. No choice but to abandon East Kusa. Or KU through SA, right? This is Cecilia. I came to West Wing to provide support, but Dominic had to withdraw due to stomach pain. Leaking everywhere. Shit, he might not recover from this. So much shit. This is Bianca. Suppression of East 4 through 6 complete. Moving to assist Dominic. Hold out until I arrive. This is Alice. Leave the West Wing to Cecilia. As for Dominic, wipe your tears. This is Alice. Despite some trouble, East Wing 1 through 3 is about 80% secured. Need to withdraw for the day. I'm sorry. Let Dominic know I'm counting on you all for tomorrow, too. See you, Alice. We gathered at Akiba's May Queen at 8 tomorrow to divide spoils. Later, Alice. Leave Dominic to us.
Hell yeah. Worth it.
That was so important.
Oh, anything good in the outbox? Wait, the outbox this is Alice?
So Alice is
Daru.
Alice is Daru. Okay. Okay. That's really cute. Can't open the address book. Can we change
can you
the
open
settings?
What's he got for wallpapers? Nukaria Alice. So that's the one we've got.
Yep.
Now, Sarah from Bloodtoon.
Sarah after Awakening.
Wow.
Calico Garo Froggies. Mayuri.
Orgel Sisters.
Wait, what? Oh, from fucking it's the one he keeps on his desk during Chaos Head. Right?
Is it?
Isn't that? Pretty sure.
I thought it was Sarah from Bloodtoon.
Oh, maybe you're
Is
right.
is that the same person?
I thought that was Sarah from Bloodtoon.
Yeah. Let's scroll up and look at Sarah from Bloodtoon. Who's further up? It
It
is
is Sarah from Bloodtune. See, I
Okay.
told you.
Yeah.
Don't fucking confuse me.
Yeah.
Let's do Sarah After Awakening.
Wow.
Wow. So vital.
You're hopeless, completely and utterly hopeless. The gross perverted stuff was more than enough to terrify them, but then you had to go and tell them that you're a super hacker. How sketchy can you possibly get? You're no different from Okabe. But unlike Ocarine, I'm legit, okay? Either way, she's right. I am hopeless. I was so worked up that nothing I said made any sort of sense. The person on the other side probably thinks I'm nuts. Time to resort to desperate measures. I'm going to keep calling.
That is desperate measures.
Redial. There is no way they're ever going to answer again.
The number you have dialed is not available at this time. Beep, beep, beep.
Shit, they turned their phone off. You'd do the same if you ever got a call from a total perv. I gotta keep trying. I know what I heard. She sounded like she was in pain.
Oh shit, what the hell is going on? Is this everyone around them slowly gets brought in and take into this fucking conspiracy thing and all of them are captured and then... Is that what's going on in the background of this?
It takes about 30 to 40 minutes before the call connects again. I got through. They turned their phone back on? Hello? I sent someone on the other end. I can hear some ambient noise and the sound of a car, too. Where is she? In front of the station in Akiba? Chuodori? They hung up again. Did they say anything? Just silence. Maybe they're trying to be careful. See, this is what happens when you say stuff like... But hey, the fact that they even turned the phone back on means we've accomplished our goal. How so?
Yeah, I figured that's where this was going.
I bring up a map on the PC monitor. It's of Akihabara. But you see, this isn't any normal map. What is that? Location information on their phone. See, the thing with cell phones is that once they're turned on, they can be tracked. Obviously, none of this info has been made public. This super hacker is ready to go. Hacker, not hacka. Thank you very much.
What about hack? I hear that's what they use in the dub.
Why? What's with all the meta? This was a serious time. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you think we live in some kind of video game?
No, I think we live inside a visual novel, Daru.
During the 30 plus minutes I spent redialing, I'd been getting this ready too. Good job, me. I'm on fire today. A symbol pops up just in front of Akihabara Station on the map. The station? Are they on a train or something? One possibility is that they turned the phone off because of your gross phone call. They also could have turned it off because they were going to take the train or because they were already on one. Either way, I'm heading there now. I don't care if it ends up being a waste of time. I exit the lab, leaving Maki Seishi behind to hold down the fort.
What? I don't know anything about holding down forts. All right, time for me to make my move.
I arrive at the station, but Yuki-tan is nowhere to be found. Well, I expected that. It'd be weirder if she were still here after 20 minutes. Maybe Maki says she is right and she just left on a train. I decided to take a look around, just to be safe. There are quite a few people walking around holding shopping bags with cute illustrations on them. A sure sign that it's summer in Akiba. But Jesus, what's with all these people? And yet despite the crowds, not a single person is near Radikan, almost as if it has some kind of invisible wall around it. If I remember correctly, it's being renovated right now. The shutters on the first floor are all down, keeping people out. That said, if you quietly snuck to the back, you might be able to make your way in.
It's undergoing renovations right now is the explanation. Okay.
The last spot that Yuki-tan's phone was in was definitely around here. Could she be inside? I can still hear the faint voice I heard on the phone earlier. She answered but didn't say a word. Either she couldn't talk or she wasn't allowed to talk. Regardless, even I can tell that this is a bad situation, which means that there's a strong possibility she's being held here. Damn it. Okarine, pick up your phone. I've been calling him for a while now, but he won't answer. Were the maid massages too much for him? You were the most useless dude in the world, Okarine.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I guess I'm just gonna have to solo it. Just gonna take a little peek, that's all. With all the lights turned off inside, the building is extremely dark. I guess that makes sense considering it's closed right now. The silence makes me doubt that I'm actually right in front of Akihabara Station. My footsteps echo through the building. With the power off, I've got no choice but to take the stairs. I immediately run out of breath on the 4th floor, so I stop to take a break.
Hey, you!
Huh? I wasn't expecting anyone to be around, so needless to say, the sudden voice scared the bejeebus out of me. I look over and
Is this your bejeebus? You seem to have dropped it.
I look over and see 2 well-built men in work clothes descending the stairs.
Whose permission do you have to be inside?
Entry is strictly prohibited right now.
I was looking for the bathroom and,
Really?
Either way, it's dangerous here. You're gonna have to leave now.
One of the workers takes out his cell phone. Oh. Attached to it is an UPA strap. It's quite big and stands out. The gap between the worker's rough appearance and the cute strap almost makes me laugh. Oblivious to my frivolous thoughts, oblivious thoughts, the man dials a number.
I think you need to workshop that one a little bit more.
Meanwhile, his partner quietly watches me. What's going on? Could this be the beginning of a risque encounter? Hello?
Nah.
Uh,
Silence. Oh, sorry.
The 2 workers are also silent. Hello? Huh, that's weird. It's almost like I can hear my voice coming out of the phone speaker.
Huh.
This is real bad. Is that coming from the phone in that guy's hand? Am I on the phone with...
Bingo bango.
So, who is this guy then?
The 2 men move in on me. Crap. What do I do? Did he really just punch me? I can see stars. I almost lose my balance and topple over, but I somehow manage to keep myself upright. Wait a sec, I'm not a fighter. I try to turn the other way and dash down the stairs. But I slip instead. Rolling step after step after step. Ow.
Huh.
The 2 men silently descend the stairs. This was a trap. These 2 guys are the ones who had answered the phone. They probably even turned it off to buy time before I got here. And unbeknownst to all this, I came over all la-dee-da like a goddamn idiot. Yuki-tan really is in danger then. There's no doubting it at this point. Hell, she might already be... No, right now I need to focus on getting out of this situation. Help!
Don't move.
Huh? I catch the silhouette of a body leaping over me.
Gah? Hell yeah!
Oh, what the hell? Who's there?
Too slow.
Huh?
Hiya!
All I can make out in the darkness is that a smaller figure is currently engaged in combat with the 2 men.
Freeze, I'll shoot. Interrobang. Retreat.
Roger that.
Wait up. Ah!
The two men dash down the stairs. It only takes a few moments before their footsteps fade into the distance. What the hell just happened?
They got away. I didn't think that they would have guns on them.
Just going by her voice and small figure, I can tell my savior is a girl. After giving up on her pursuit, she returns to where I am on the floor. She holds out her hand to me.
Hashide Itaru, are you alright? Did any of the bullets hit you?
I can finally make out her face.
Sup, nerd?
What? Amane? This is not a joke. It's really Amane Suzuha. What the fuck? Thank you so much. Wait a sec. Why are you so strong? And what the hell are you doing here? To be honest, I'm a little freaked out after seeing this side of her.
Well, if you can still talk like that, then you must be A-okay. Come on, stand up.
I grab her hand and get to my feet. She turns and picks something up from the landing.
We fell down a whole flight of stairs, so now we're on 3F instead of 4F.
It's the phone the man was using earlier. It's probably Yuki-tan's.
This is... I knew it.
That's Amane Yuki-san's phone, or at least that's what I'm assuming.
How do you know that name?
I might have looked it up.
I see.
Are you sisters?
I wonder if this is another world convergence or something.
Huh?
Amane
returns her gaze to me, her expression hardened.
My expression is so hard right now, Daru.
It's almost as if she's made the decision to tell me something of great importance.
Hashide Itaru, I honestly don't know if you're going to believe what I'm about to tell you, but I desperately want to save the girl who owns this phone, and I need your help.
Deets, please. How do you know Yuki-tan?
Yuki-tan?
Yuki-san.
She's my mom.
Oh, I see. Wait, what? That makes zero sense. She's way too young for that. She's basically my age.
Right, I know, but... Come with me, alright?
Huh? Hey, where are you?
The roof. If we go there, I'm betting you'll at least be able to believe some of what I'm telling you.
I don't get where this is going, but I can say this. Climbing the stairs is gonna kill me.
I'll kill you myself.
Amane completely ignores me.
Not yet. Gotta remember, keep him in order,
Upon reaching the roof with Amane, my eyes notice a mysterious object. What the? Is this a replica of a satellite or something?
It's a time machine.
Come on now.
Using this machine, I came here from the year 2036.
I can respect that you're saying this all with a straight face, but I'm way too used to this sort of thing thanks to Ocarine. What, are you serious? In response to my question, Amane silently walks up to the satellite replica and touches its body. Wow. The hatch opens upon her touching the machine. I cautiously peer inside. There are actual consoles and a whole bunch of meters and gauges every which way. If this is a replica, it's damn well made. You'd probably need tens of millions of yen to make it. I don't get why you'd leave something as pricey as that on the roof of Radicon, so does that mean...
Interesting that it's not crashed in. It's just perfectly on top. And it was perfectly on top in the world lines before Okabe started fucking around.
Indeed.
Right? Because it crashed in only after he saved Kurisu.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 3 point something is earned here. We are way far off.
You're actually serious. Amane stares me straight in the eyes and nods her head.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, we went ahead and made a time machine too, so it's not like this is that crazy, but It's all happening so suddenly that I'm not sure how to react.
To be honest, this is all my fault to begin with. I didn't want it to be a big deal, but I wanted to see my mom in this era. I had her contact info already, so we made a promise to meet at Komima. Of course, I was completely undercover. But that's where things went wrong, because of my actions, everything is falling apart. Mom ended up accidentally receiving something from them while waiting for me. Because of that, because of what she got her hands on, she got caught by them. The world is supposed to converge, but the fate of a single person is so tiny in the grand scheme of things that it might be well written off as an error. Hashida Itaru, you just said that you know my mom. You're the one who called her, right? Can you tell me everything you know about her? Anything helps.
Well, I don't really know much. I end up telling Amane everything that had happened up until now. That I'd only met her once, and we only exchanged a couple of words. That I went and got a hold of her information, everything.
A code, huh? And you haven't solved it yet.
Not yet.
So does that mean she accidentally got a hold of it and deciphered it? Huh.
By the way, what's your dad up to in this time period?
Being a dipshit. Well, Dad is,
Nope, don't want to know.
Huh?
I don't want to know Yuki-tan's future husband. No, thank you. Just thinking about it puts me in a wall punch sort of mood.
Yeah, that's probably the right choice. But I do want you to take a look at this.
Huh?
She has the metal Upa, and she has...
The badge.
So the metal Upa, if she still has that, that means it still got slipped into, Kurosu's, the dad's, folder, right?
I don't know.
Huh. You gonna...
She hands me a stupid-looking badge and, something that resembles a large metal Upa strap. I say resembles because the actual Upa face looks oddly squished. It's pretty low quality.
This is a keepsake of my dad's. You've seen it before, no?
Amane immediately takes out Yuki-tan's cell phone, and hanging from it is an Upa strap. I compare the two. One is in its proper shape, the other is squished. Are these the same?
I think that Mom and Dad had matching ones.
Oh, really? Why is she showing me this? You said this is a keepsake of your old man's. In 2036, is your dad,
I've lost contact with him at that point.
I see. She might as well have said that he's dead, damn it. If it's a keepsake, then that means he's not around anymore. What can I say to her? Either way, now I know for sure. Yuki-tan has a boyfriend. I'm so depressed. Can I just die now?
No, you can't die yet. For reasons.
That marks the second time I've been turned down before even getting the chance to confess.
Please, Hashida Itaru. You're the only one who can save Mom. I need your help.
Why am I the one being put through all this? A 3D girl with a boyfriend is completely out of my league. I shouldn't get involved any further. There's no way I could be a knight in shining armor for her. I literally just got attacked by some dangerous dudes a few minutes ago. I don't stand a chance against people like that.
What is up with Suzuha's hands? You see... It looks like her arms are from the wrong side and that she's placing them on her back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And if Amane is that strong, what help could I possibly be? This is where my battle ends. Act 1 complete. There'll never be an Act 2. Well, I might as well do what I can to help Amane one last time. I guess I could send a D-mail.
A D-mail?
Our lab made a time machine. It can send messages into the past, so maybe we can use that too.
You guys made a time machine already? But if it can save Mom, then... Alright. Let's go, Hashida Itaru.
Can I pretend I'm on a bike with my girlfriend?
No, that's weird. I'm not sure it's possible for you to get on my mountain bike.
Oh, I'll walk then.
No, you're gonna run. Hurry. Get in those reps.
Oh, come on. I don't have the energy for this. I trail behind Amane, annoyed. It's then that I notice I'm bleeding from my finger. I probably cut myself when I got punched and fell down the stairs earlier. I rummage through my pocket to find the bandage from Yuki-tan and wrap it around my finger.
Hashida Itaru, hurry.
Yeah.
We've entirely dropped the whole Phantom Thief plotline at this point.
We get back to the lab only to find Okarin and Makiseishi sitting together on a bench outside of the building. To hell with you two.
Oh, witness the unparalleled movement. The lack of stress in my shoulders. I feel like a new scientist. Yo, Daru, part-time warrior. What the heck happened? You look like you just got tortured by the enemy. It was the organization. I somehow made it back alive. No way! I can't believe that you're all right.
How was the massage at Nuku Nuku U?
Nuku. I let my guard down because of the maid outfits. How could I have known? Just thinking about it sends a chill down my spine. Daru, if you're planning on checking it out, be careful. Those cursed maids, they go for the soles of your feet first. After that, there's no turning back.
It's just a foot massage.
Huh?
Hashida, did you find Amane Yuki-san? Makiseishi then glances at Amane. She's standing next to me. I explain what happened in Radicon to the two of them sitting on the bench. Of course, I leave out the bits about Amane, she being a time traveler, and Yuki-tan being her mom. So, can I use the D-mail for an experiment, Okarin?
A D-mail. I'm sorry to tell you this, but...
It's impossible. I actually tried to do an experiment with it earlier, but it didn't work.
Really? We can see it's on in the background.
What do you mean?
It would appear as though the 42-inch CRT broke this morning.
What?
It's going to take about 2 weeks to fix.
But that means we can't use the phone wave. In order to use the phone wave as a time machine, it's kind of mandatory to have the 42-inch CRT from the Brown Tube Workshop turned on.
You can't fix this, Hashida Itaru? Aren't you good at this sort of thing?
Not in the least. Okarin just has me make weird future gadgets all the time.
Aren't they both electrical engineers? I'm not saying it's assuredly within their skill set, but it's certainly not implausible, right? Like they'd be among the first people I call. Don't you work in a CRT repair shop, Suzuha?
But CRT, I've never even opened one up before. And I mean, if the boss man himself is saying it'll take 2 weeks, there's no way it can be fixed faster than that. It will get fixed. We'll be able to send emails again in 2 weeks. And ultimately, since D-mails are not governed by standard time flow, it doesn't really matter if we send one now or 2 weeks from now. But there's no guarantee that the D-mail will change the past. And if Yuki-tan really is in danger, I just don't feel comfortable with saying, let's just wait till the CRT is fixed.
I'm going to try asking if he can get it repaired ASAP. Hashida Itaru, try looking for a way around this. Boss man!
Amaneshi runs into the shop. There's no way we can just leave Chopstick Girl-san be. I honestly swore you were just overthinking things, but if you really did get attacked in Radicon, she might be in real danger. But there's not much we can do. I guess it all comes back to the code. B14, 7H, 8H, Y91. I think cracking it is going to be the key to figuring this all out. Let's give this another shot. Come on, Okabe, you come too, Hashida.
Hey, stop it. Don't pull me.
Makiseishi drags Okarin up the stairs.
This is a violation of some kind of rights, I'm sure of it.
As I watch the two of them ascend, I see Amaneshi and the manager come outside holding the 42-inch CRT.
Oh, hey.
They loaded into the car parked in front of the shop.
We're going to take this directly to the manufacturer and see if they can repair it ASAP.
Oh, look, even if we go today, that doesn't mean it's gonna get fixed right then and there. Don't get too excited now, you hear?
Yeah, I know, but hey, there's always the chance that a miracle happens. Even no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of been working your way to all your jokes lately, huh? Kind of gives you the brainworms. And hurry up and get in, we're going.
All right, Hashide Itaru, I will see you later. Do you already have my number? If anything happens, contact me right away.
Amane jots down her cell number and hands it to me.
Oh, and take this too, just in case.
She also hands me Yukitan's cell phone. The UPA strap is heavy. But I can't get any more involved in this than I already am. This is way too dangerous. But before I can say anything, the two of them drive off.
If this is indeed Rounders, having Tenoji involved is probably the worst option.
Oh, yeah. But
he's also kind of isolated.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also the one giving the orders directly to Makise.
Wait, what?
Remember, he's FB.
Giving the orders to Moeka.
Moeka, not Makise. Yeah, Moeka. Sorry.
So, that's true. But I figure that he probably has no way to know that the 42-inch CRT is connected to this.
Oh, that's true. Right. Because if he knew that was the lifter, he wouldn't repair it.
Yeah. Crud, they're gone. I put the memo and cell phone inside my pocket and sit down on the bench. This is getting legit crazy. After getting assaulted like that, I can't help but think everyone is taking this way too lightly. What's the point in getting involved if we all end up dead? And even if we did report this to the police, they probably wouldn't do anything. It's not like we have evidence. Acting alone is just asking for... Oh. The set of numbers in front of me right now seem oddly familiar. Why? The numbers I'm talking about are on a manhole.
Oh, so there's no way we would have figured that out beforehand. Okay.
Just a regular old manhole. And there are 4 sets of numbers on it. So this isn't a true mystery.
Well, now hold on.
774H8H99.
If that is just how manholes are numbered in Tokyo, then it is possible you could have figured that out. You would have needed some outside information, and nothing in the game primed you for it, but...
What? Wait, is this what I think it is? This looks super similar. The formula is exactly the same. If I remember correctly, the code left by Yukitan read B14 7H8HY91. The middle numbers, 7H8H, and this manhole's 4H8H are uncannily similar. The only difference is the first B and the final Y on the code numbers. What do they mean? I closely inspect the cover, but I don't see any similar letters. B and Y. Colors. On the manhole, 77 is inscribed on a blue plate, 99 is inscribed on a yellow plate.
Oh, come on, that is clearly orange.
If B equals blue and Y equals yellow, it works out perfectly. I look around and check out some of the other manholes nearby. One a little ways away reads 48 4H8H99. 48 is inscribed on a yellow plate, not a blue one. This is it. I got it! Okarin, Makiseshi. I shout up to the second floor window.
What is it, Daru?
The code. They're manhole numbers. I'm gonna go look for the right one. Hold down the fort. Incapable of suppressing my excitement from cracking the code, I run off into town. If I check every manhole in Akiba, eventually I'm gonna find the right one. This is a plan that'll work. Sure, Yukitan might have a boyfriend, but if nothing else, I can find the right manhole and report it to the police.
Animate. Oh, hey, see the store in the background of the alley? That was Animate.
Yeah.
That was the place she went to.
Yeah. Given the time of the year and the fact that Komima is going on, Chuodori is still packed even at sunset.
There's another one. Never mind, there's a lot of anime. Oh, and there's another soft map. Okay, I'm getting to think that these might just be...
Super Gamer.
More like Super Gamer. Got him.
I look down at the street as I weave my way through the crowds of people. My objective, manhole covers. In my 19 years alive, never has there been a day when I've stared at so many manholes. Although I've heard of such things in certain circles. And you know what? It's actually really hard looking for manholes when the place is this crowded.
Heterosexual. Straight. For the love of God.
And there's way too many of them, lol. I started by searching around the alleys by the lab, where I knew there'd be less traffic. Eventually, that led me out to Chuodori. But I still haven't found the set of numbers that Yuki-tan wrote on @channel. B14, 78, H, Y9. Ocarina...
Y91.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, Daru didn't remember it correctly.
Ooh. Ocarina and Makiseishi have been helping out too, but given that I haven't heard from them in a while, I'm guessing they haven't found him yet either. I was hoping that Makiseishi might pull through since she's a girl genius and all that. Plus, if they find the manhole cover quickly, I won't have to keep walking around the city like this. I'm drenched in sweat. I grab onto a fence and try to catch my breath. It's there that I notice something. There's a manhole. On the road in the middle of Chuodori. You've got to be kidding me. Yo, come on. Running out in the road at this time of day is just asking for certain death. If timed correctly, there may be a few chances to run out onto the road, but there's also the risk of being caught by a police officer for jaywalking. Which means the best plan is to wait till nightfall when there are less cars, but we don't have the time to wait around. No, calm down, Daru, we still have time. I try to calm my mumbling self down. Around what time did Yuki-tan post the code? About 8 or 9 at night. Same time as it is now, give or take. The road is still heavily congested with cars. At this time of the day, it'd be impossible for a single girl to run out into the street, lift up a manhole cover, and go in. Which means it's pretty safe to say that the manhole she arrived at probably isn't in the middle of a street. Probably. I convinced myself to give up on this particular manhole, let go of the fence, and begin my search anew. And then... I found it! In a small alleyway behind Laox. The manhole cover there is exactly the right one. 14, 7H, 8H, 91. I double and triple check, but the colors are exactly the right ones. This is it. I inspect the cover more closely and find that there are fresh marks on it. Is this evidence of being pried open? How hard is it to open one of these anyway? I calmly take a look around the area and spot an extremely conveniently placed crowbar by some trash. It's almost like it was put there for this exact reason. I stick it into the hole and pull with all my might.
Call their backup, you dumbass.
What? It's open, but...
Interestingly, remember in the 8-bit Adventure Steins Gate game and how they also had to go into the sewers at that point?
No.
This was also the location that they did that Okabe and Makise entered the sewers from the same background.
Huh.
Continuity!
Some customers in Laox look toward me.
Have any new messages? Nope. I can't do this.
Furthermore... Hashida-kun, what are you doing? Kiryushi, a super sexy 3D girl that I just happen to know, walks by with amazing timing. I'm pretty curious as to whether or not she managed to find Mayushi back at Komima, but now's not the time for that. Kiryushi, great timing. Contact the police for me, please. There might be someone being held against their will in here. I decide to descend into the darkness alone.
I guess if he's thought like, okay, I've told someone, she will contact the rest of the people. Okay, I can kind of understand that.
At the bottom of the manhole is a sewer. The odor is so putrid that my nose feels like it's gonna fall off. And it's impossible to see anything in the darkness. Right now, all I can do is go forward. I don't actually know if Yuki-tan is down here. This could be a complete swing and a miss, and the police will give me an earful about it later. But if that really is the case, it's a small price to pay. As long as Yuki-tan is safe, that's all I care about. If something's happened to her, Amane would be heartbroken. Her boyfriend would be too. Not that it's any of my business. I honestly don't even know why I'm going this far for some girl I don't even know. What if I run into those people who assaulted me at Radicon? It was a bad idea to come down here without a plan.
Yeah, no shit.
But now that I've gone this far, there's no turning back. Pressing forward, I notice a light in the distance. It feels like the sewer might be coming to an end. I stop and check the area around me. It doesn't seem like anyone else is around. I brace myself and continue to trek forward. What? This place? I've seen this place before. Somewhere on the news, maybe? Crap, where is this? Eventually my eyes adjust to the darkness and I remember exactly where I am. This is the old Mansebashi station. An abandoned train station. Yuki-tan's here? The light source is further inside. Since it's the middle of the night, there's no way that it's the sun. Someone else is here. Should I call out to them? But what if they're the men who attacked me at Radicon? The police aren't here yet. I really hope Kiryushi called them. It'd also be a huge help if she contacted Okarin and the others too. I glance down at my phone. The signal is weak. I guess I'll just send a message.
Excellent. Glad we got that off at least.
I'm sure Okarin and the others will come. For now, I should keep quiet and press forward. If things look bad, I can always hurry back. Tiptoe, tiptoe.
Don't worry about the crowbar.
This is the room. It feels completely different from the rest of the abandoned station. The door's new. It's almost as if it was installed long after the place was forgotten by time. I can hear a voice coming from inside. That is most definitely the voice of a girl crying, thank you so very much. Yuki-tan? That'd mean that she's safe. There's nobody else here. Should I say something? I guess I'll try knocking.
Huh? Who's there?
Definitely a girl. I don't hear any other voices, just her. No, they might be hiding.
Who are you?
I really should wait for the police. I know that Kiryushi is a lab mem, but it's not like we've talked all that much. Plus, I must have seemed crazy to her when she bumped into me. There's no way of knowing for sure that she actually contacted the cops. I really shouldn't have come here alone. Alright, I'll head back, grab the police, and everything will be golden. Now that I know she's safe, things are going to be okay.
Please help me. Let me out. I'm begging you.
Are you serious? Like I could ever just leave a crying girl by herself, SMH? Eroge has taught me a great many things.
Maybe not the time for those lessons.
Are you alone?
Yes.
My time has come. Looks like there's nothing to be scared of. The door doesn't open.
No.
I take a look at it. There are 3 keyholes. I have my sturdy crowbar partner with me, but prying this thing open by myself isn't going to be easy. Instead of doing something stupid, I decide to wait for help instead. Are you wearing a Chopstick Girl cosplay?
Huh?
You're the one who started that @channel thread last night, right?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Shh, keep your voice down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not wearing it right now, though.
That's too bad.
Then that means you saw my thread and came to help.
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Is your name Amane Yuki-san?
Why do you know my name?
A girl named Suzuha told me.
Suzuha?
You don't know her.
No, I don't.
Then that proves it. That means everything Amane she told me is true.
Does it? Does it? I mean, you're right to believe it in this case, but I don't think that...
I had held on to the possibility that maybe they were actually sisters or something, but they're
Well,
not.
I guess if that's your only other option, then fine. Who is this Suzuha girl?
How am I even supposed to answer? My handle name is Dash. I was posting in your thread. Daru the super hacker, Dash for short.
I got a whole game named after me and everything.
I see.
Since I'm a super hacker, it didn't take much time for me to find your real name. When I saw your thread, I thought you might be in trouble, so I did some investigating and managed to get here. Remember that person who called you a little while ago asking about the color of your panties? That was also me.
I see.
Damn it, what the hell am I saying? It's over. Love is over. I'll never be a hero of justice. I'm doomed to forever be a gigantic perv. No, a gentleman perv. Not like it matters.
Thank you so much. I thought this was it.
Oh? I guess my dumb comments are the least of Yuki-tan's problems right now. Even I can tell that she's crying on the other side of the door. Don't worry, the police should be on their way.
Great. Thank you.
I'm just glad you're okay. By the way, about that thread, at the very end there was a post from Chopstick Girl saying that it was all just a big troll. That wasn't you, right?
It wasn't me. I managed to figure out that code on the note was a manhole number. I eventually found the right one, but then there were these sketchy guys, and they grabbed me and took me here.
What about the stuff about a bomb?
That's right, when I was brought here, I saw a bomb. At that point, they still didn't take my phone from me, so I tried to post about it as quickly as possible. They caught me mid-post. They took everything I had with me and locked me in here. Might have actually been one of those time bombs or something. You know, like the ones you see in dramas on TV? I saw a device and a timer inside of the metal briefcase. The men who locked me in here were messing with it.
Postus interruptus.
Is now really the time, Mr. Dash, sir?
Do you have any idea where the bomb is?
No.
It's already been 24 hours since Yuki-tan was stuffed in here. I glance around, but there's no briefcase to be found. Did those guys at Radicon take it with them? But then, why did they lock Yuki-tan in here? Why not just kill her and erase the evidence? Not that I'm complaining, I'm glad she's safe. Oh, that's right, we managed to get your phone back from those guys.
Huh?
You should call your family or something, let them know you're safe.
Right, of course.
There's a small viewing window on the door. It's too small to stick a hand through, but a cell phone should fit just fine. Our eyes meet through the window. I can tell from just her eyes. Yuki-tan is damn beautiful. Ugh, come on, Daru, now's not the time to be thinking about that. I try to slip the cell phone through the viewing window, but the large Upa charm gets caught. I won't be able to give her her phone like this.
You can take it off.
I do as told and detach it. I put it in my pocket and once again slip the phone through the window. Things go as planned this time. Our fingers brush against each other as she grabs the phone from me.
Oh,
Huh?
your bandage.
The finger with the Upa bandage.
So you're the one I met at Komima yesterday.
Yuki-tan remembers too. What a coincidence.
I'm glad I got to see you again.
The pleasure is all mine. It's a weird first date, huh?
What?
In any case, Yuki-tan has her cell phone back.
Go for it! Go for it!
I'll return the Upa charm to her later. All that's left is to wait for the police.
Huh?
Footsteps. I immediately look toward the sewer and spot a person approaching. Huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hear you, she. You followed me. Wait, when did you get changed? No, that's not all that's odd about her.
She doesn't get her helmet in this timeline.
Or her glasses.
Or her glasses.
In her hand is a...
Oh, damn.
What's with the gun? And why is it pointed at me? Is it a replica? Hashida-kun, how much do you know about the Rounders terrorist plot? Huh? What's she even talking about? Are you the one who sent Amane Yuki here? Or was that Amane Suzuha? Are they sisters? I've already heard from my partners about what happened at Radicon a few hours ago. Wait, Kiryushi, you're one of them?
Wait, does that mean Mayuri made her outfit in the original game as well? Oh no! Oh no! No!
I always dreamed of getting shot by someone wearing one of my cosplays.
That Mayuri, what? What? Do you need to?
I'm working through some things.
I can tell.
Where is this all going? Amane Yuki accidentally or purposely got a hold of a note
Yep.
that I was supposed to get yesterday.
Yep.
Was she impersonating me? Did she just happen to incidentally look like me that day? Either way, she showed up at the entrance of our base. It was at that point that we determined her to be an enemy.
You're doing admirably for talking for so long out loud. She can't hear me because I'm only in your head, Daru.
That's... I had to take this long before shooting you because it took me a solid 15 minutes to build up the willpower for my villain monologue. Hashida-kun, are you one of her allies? Or are you the one pulling all the strings? Regardless of what the case might be, if you're going to interfere in our plans, you're going to have to disappear. Wait a sec, please. I have no idea what you're talking about. Kiryushi, just who in the hell are you? So you're going to play dumb to the very end. Fine, so be it. I hastily raise my hands into the air. Stop, don't shoot, please. I'll do anything. Ah! Tell me who you're working with. Don't kill me, please. Spare me my life, please. I don't want to die yet. There's so many awesome eroge I haven't had the chance to play yet, and I haven't even finished watching the anime this season. And most of all, I can't die until I buy Peaceflow at Komima tomorrow and finish playing it. Just please, save me. I don't care what you do with that normal girl locked inside of here. Just spare me.
Wow, rude.
I scream as I charge Kiryushi.
Oh, I see. You were getting her off guard. Clever. Clever.
Yeah, let's go with that. I grab the gun in her hand and attempt to tear it away from her.
Dash-san.
I feel a strong impact around my thigh before my body is thrown back. Did I get shot? I was shot? Wait, nobody ever told me the gun was real. I'm sorry, but this is your fault. I can't feel my legs.
Daru gets fucking shot?
I can't stand anymore. It hurts. Someone, please. This hurts way too much. I can't. Everything goes pitch black.
San. Dash-san. Dash-san, please wake up. Dash-san.
Oh,
Dash-san.
I open my eyes to a tattered ceiling, ready to collapse at any time. I feel hazy at first, but the extreme pain near my groin brings me back to my senses.
It's all right. It wasn't fatal. They only shot you in your dick. No! No! God damn it.
We can rebuild him.
There have to be ways, right?
It's as if a hot iron rod had been driven into my lower abdomen and stirred around inside. Overwhelmed by the pain, I try to reach for my hip. Whoa. My right hand is in handcuffs. In fact, it's attached to an old pipe. What the? I'm confused. Okay, let's see. I came looking for Yuki-tan, talked to her at the old Monsebashi station. Then Kiryushi came with a gun and... I'm alive.
Yeah, you are. You were unconscious for about 10 minutes, though.
I touch where it hurts with my free left hand. There's no blood, but I was shot. What's going on?
No blood. I thought you died, Dash-san. I kept calling out your name over and over again. I'm so glad you're okay.
I check my surroundings and immediately notice that. There it is, not too far away from me. The metal briefcase. And to make matters worse, it's completely open. I can clearly see the device inside, along with all the spinning gears and the countdown timer. The time. 11 minutes and 43 seconds. 42, 41...
Dash-san, are you sure you're okay?
Yuki-tan, how can you be so calm at a time like this?
I'm sorry, it's just, I'm so relieved that you woke up.
We only have 11 minutes.
Huh? What do you mean? 11 minutes until the police come?
No, it's, And then I realize. Yuki-tan must not have noticed the bomb. Knowing Kiryushi, I can't imagine her kindly explaining that she's activated the explosives. If Yuki-tan's been locked in that room this entire time, there'd be no way for her to know what's happening out here.
Dash-san?
No, it's nothing. I can't possibly tell her the truth. How could I? Oh, by the way, we only have 11 minutes to... Oh, only 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to live. How can I possibly break that news to her? Damn it. Damn it, Kiryushi. I can't believe she handcuffed me here. She's totally serious about blowing the both of us up. She's a legit terrorist. I look around for the crowbar I brought with me into the sewers, but it's nowhere to be found. There's no way out. Where are the police? I've been here for a while now, so where the hell are they? Crap, of course they're not coming. Before I came down here, I asked Kiryushi of all people to call the cops. There's no way a terrorist would call the police. Yuki-tan, by any chance, did you ever get in touch with the cops?
Yeah, but as soon as my call got through, my battery died.
Crap. Okarin's my only hope. Okarin be able to get us out of this jam. Says who? That Chunibyo of all people, he's the least reliable person I know.
Look at my roguish snaggletooth.
But right now, he's all I have left. Okarin, hurry and save us. Hold on. Why wait? I can just call him myself. I attempt to grab my cell phone from my pocket, but right around the pocket of my pants is a burn mark along with a bullet stuck inside. What? The bullet stopped before piercing my skin? Oh. Duh, my body is sturdy as steel, so, what the hell am I saying?
Dash-san?
Don't mind me. I rummage through my pocket. Oh, this. I pull out the Upa charm from Yuki-tan's phone. The bullet is stuck in it. This protected me? It's a miracle. I bet this whole thing is going to get an amazing film adaptation.
Actually, the live-action series has been in development hell for like 4 years now. I don't even know if that's still coming out at this point.
Oh no, we must be close to death. She's getting meta.
It's a coping mechanism.
The impact of the bullet had smashed the Upa charm. Wait, I've seen this thing before. Ah!
This is a keepsake of my dad's. You've seen it before, no?
Amane had the exact same one. But wait, why? What does this all mean? Let's take a moment here. I dedicate all my brain cells to trying to piece this mystery together. Amane has the same one. She probably brought it with her from the future. She said it was a keepsake of her dad's. Yuki-tan has it too.
So, they're gonna be fine.
Yeah? Hmm? The conclusion I arrive at gives me goosebumps. No way. Are you telling me I'm Amane's dad?
Oh, well, that too.
No way. I throw that idea out the window. There's no time for this. Fortunately, my cell phone is in my other pocket, completely harm-free. The reception isn't good, but I make the call anyway.
Oh, this is the 110 emergency line. Has there been an incident?
Please help us. A bomb. My first instinct is to tell them about the bomb, but I quickly swallow my words. Yuki-tan can hear everything I'm saying.
Hello, is there something wrong?
We're trapped inside the old Mansebashi station. Please come and help us.
Oh, pardon?
We're trapped inside. You need to come and help us soon or else. I'm so worked up that I can't answer calmly.
Do you know the exact location? Where are you right now?
We're underground in Akihabara. We're in the abandoned station there.
And you're trapped inside, correct? Are you alone?
No, there's a girl with me.
2 people, got it. How did you get inside?
I can't help but see the countdown timer tick down in the corner of my eye. 8 minutes left. Look, that doesn't matter. Just please, hurry and...
But if we don't know how we got in, we can't come help you.
We got in through a manhole near the Mansebashi intersection. It's in a narrow alleyway by Layox.
Oh man, oh I see. And in what way are you trapped? Can you give me any details?
There's an underground room that's locked. I'm handcuffed to a pipe on the wall, so I can't move. We were caught by terrorists after we figured out their plan.
I see an underground room.
I'm not kidding. Please believe me. We don't have time for this. You have to hurry, or else. I know I must sound delusional and crazy to you right now. Hell, I'd feel the same way if I was in your shoes, but I beg of you. This is all 100% legit.
I understand. Please calm down, sir. The police will be there shortly.
Hurry, please hurry. There's a Ugh.
Please wait there. Don't move.
It's over. If I don't tell them about the bomb, there's no point to any of this. The police won't feel any urgency to act. There's no way they'd send over a bomb disposal unit in 8 minutes.
Dash-san?
But that's no reason to give up. Okarin. I can call Okarin. I sent him a message with our location, so where the hell is he? Hurry and pick up Okarin.
Hello! Is that you, Daru?
Okarin, where are you?
I'm at the Mansebashi intersection. Christina is here with me. We're looking for a way into the old station, but we haven't had much luck.
What? They only just got there? The entrance is a manhole in the narrow alleyway next to Layox. The code is on it.
I got it. I'll be right there.
I glance at the timer on the bomb. 6 minutes.
6 minutes till what?
Even if Okarin and Maki say she got here in time, there's no way they'd be able to do something about my handcuffs and Yuki-tan's locked door. They wouldn't be able to escape in time. We'd just be getting the both of them caught up in the blast. Hey, Okarin, you know what? You don't have to come.
Say what? What do you mean?
Well, it looks like Chop Girl, she and I are about to have some lovey-dovey time to ourselves.
Daru, what are you talking about?
In any case, don't you dare get in the way of my first chance at being a normal person. How about you take Maki Seishi somewhere nice and get your groove on too?
Yo, what are you...
Later. I hang up. There goes yet another one of our chances at making it through this. I can't help but sigh.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that at this point, if it'll take all that time for them to get down here, then you have more casualties.
Yep. The countdown timer continues to tick down.
Dash-san, did something happen?
Yuki-tan's question leads me to realize that she probably doesn't trust me anymore. I mean, of course she doesn't. Who in their right mind would call their friend for help and then tell them not to come? But I'm sorry, I can't explain it. And it's not like all our chances are gone. We still have one trump card left to us. I give Amane a call. I don't have her in my contacts, so I call her using the number she gave me earlier.
Hello?
I stopped myself before calling her Amane. If I said her name in front of Yuki-tan, she'd wonder why I knew someone with the same last name as her. I'd rather avoid that mess. Suzuha.
Did something happen?
Suzuha immediately catches on.
No, you don't have to say anything. I think I get what's going on. Are you with Mom?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the situation?
We're trapped in the old Monsebashi station. More importantly, did the 42-inch CRT get fixed?
No luck. We took it to the manufacturer, but they said it'd be impossible to fix in a day. Hashida Itaru?
Oh. That's all she wrote. We only have 5 minutes left.
You can't explain because something is preventing you from doing so, is that correct? Because Mom's there?
Bingo.
Okay, then let me ask the questions. Is there a bomb?
Yes, it's right in front of me.
How much time do we have?
Not even 5 minutes.
Ah! Hashida Itaru, can you deactivate it yourself?
Impossible.
Any possibility of escape?
I'm handcuffed. Yuki-tan is locked in a room. Suzuha, I'm so sorry. I wasn't able to save your mom. By the way, I only just realized this, but I might be your dad.
I already knew that.
You did?
Yep, you're right on the mark, Hashida Itaru. You are my father.
But didn't you say that keepsake of yours was from...
I was just being silly. I figured it wouldn't be a good idea to tell you in person.
Right, that makes sense. It's over. I'm laughing. Laughing and crying at the same time. You're telling me that I was destined to have a wife as beautiful as her and a daughter as adorable as you. That's so normal that I feel like I might just explode or something. Just bang!
It sounds like you're working through some shit. Come on, talk it out.
Though I guess I really am going to explode in about 5 minutes, but if Yuki-tan and I die right now, what's going to happen to Suzuha? Is she gonna grow transparent and disappear like in that one movie?
Probably. Don't you dare give up. I'm on my way there right now. Tell me where you are.
Stay away. There's nothing you can do in 5 minutes.
Don't underestimate me. Don't you dare underestimate Amane Suzuha. Don't you dare underestimate the daughter of Hashida Itaru and Amane Yuki. And plus, in 2036, both of you are still alive and well. There's no way you're gonna die here in 2010.
No, but... that logic makes no sense. Suzuha said it herself. This whole thing happened because Suzuha tried to meet Yuki-tan at Komima. Which means that Suzuha meddled with the past. That means our world lines are different. So even if both Yuki-tan and I are alive in the 2036 of Suzuha world line, that doesn't guarantee that Yuki-tan and I won't die in this one.
Don't sweat the details. Where are you?
Monsebashi, the manhole in the narrow alleyway beside Laox. Crap, I accidentally told her.
Okie dokie.
Should I really have done that? Suzuha seems like the type of person who pushes herself too far. We have less than 5 minutes left. Even if she does get here in time, there's nothing she can do. Nothing any of us can do. If Suzuha-tan gets caught in the blast, I'll have lost my future wife, my future daughter, and my own life in one fell swoop. But what if Suzuha surviving causes some sort of time paradox? Maybe it's for the best if the three of us just pass on together. All I can do now is sit here and hope that this whole bomb thing is nothing but a dumb prank.
Is Suzuha-san your girlfriend, Dash-san?
If I had been drinking something, I would have spat it out just then.
I'm sorry, I overheard you talking on the phone and,
No, she's not my girlfriend or anything like that. If I actually told her that she's my daughter, I have zero doubts that I'd forever be labeled a gigantic perv in her mind. I'm not a perv. I'm a gentleman perv, thank you very much. She's a friend of mine.
I see. Huh.
Yuki-tan must be feeling incredibly uneasy. She's been locked in here for an entire day. We only have about 4 minutes left. If nothing else, I want her to feel safe in her final moments. I know it's not good to keep her in the dark like this, but I'd rather lie to her than make her feel the same despair I'm feeling right now. I know I'm being selfish, but... Right, it's times like these that I should try and have a normal conversation. Yuki-tan, your Chopstick Girl cosplay was incredibly hot. And of course I managed to kick things off in the most perverted way humanly possible. This is the end. Kill me now. I mean, I'm about to die, really.
Most people don't normally recognize that I'm cosplaying Chopstick Girl. I think you might be the first person to have noticed, Dash-san.
I'm actually a huge Chop Girl fan.
Me too! Can't believe we both like such a minor character. We must have similar tastes. Actually, I'm also a big fan of Indra Panther, the character that knocks Chopstick Girl out of the tournament.
What, you mean that shiny-headed bald guy?
Yep, that's him. I had a feeling you know who I was talking about, Dash-san. He's the son of an oil tycoon, and he has a beard and a super shiny bald head. Don't you think he's awesome?
Sure. What an odd pick.
By the way, do you plan on buying Peacelo?
Oh, yeah, that comes out tomorrow, right?
Nyeh. Nyeh.
I'd totally forgotten. That was supposed to be my main reason for coming to Summer Komima. Yeah, of course I'm planning on grabbing it. Not that I can now. There is no tomorrow.
Ice-chan's outfit is adorable, right? I really want to cosplay her at Winter Komima. Would it be okay if I came over to your place and watched you play? With how excited everyone is for the game, I'm probably not going to be able to get a copy for myself. I really shouldn't ask something like this. I'm sorry.
How could I possibly refuse a request like that? It's like a dream come true. Hell, I'd totally be down to play Peacelo with Yuki-tan. But that's never going to happen. Even if I made that promise, I'd never be able to keep it. We only have 2 minutes left.
Yeah?
Yuki-tan, if you were to have a child, how would you want them to turn out? Terrible. This is maximum levels of creep. How could I ask such a stupid question? I bet she's seriously freaked out right now. Why couldn't I at least keep my mouth shut and live my final 2 minutes on this planet like a reasonable person?
Maybe free-willed and healthy? Honestly, I haven't really given it much thought yet, so I'm not really sure.
I see. What in the world? Wait, Lamau, am I seriously crying right now? Lol. What the hell, Lamau? Lol, I haven't cried this much since playing that one crazy depressing game, Kura Dona Dona. My bad, Yuki-tan.
Dash-san? Something's wrong, isn't it?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you.
Please don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong, Dash-san. You came all this way just to save me. And I'm the one who should be apologizing. If I hadn't gotten caught up in all this, you never would have been dragged into it either. I just wish I could have thanked you face to face.
She's using the past tense. I've kept our situation a secret to her, but I guess she's realized that we'll probably never see each other now. I'm legit so pathetic. Not only did I fail to save the girl, but she's the one concerned about me at the end. I love you, Chopstick Girl. And right at that moment, I hear the echo of someone's footsteps coming from the sewers. No way.
That's what all that cardio will get you. Hashida Itaru.
Just as I had suspected, out from the shadows appears none other than Amane Suzuha.
My hands are fucked up, and don't ask me questions about them right now.
Despite being covered in sweat and breathing heavily, she instantly takes in the current situation with her eyes.
What it is, I don't see her thumbs. Her thumbs should be on top of her.
And because you can't tell where the thumbs are, it's unclear what the orientation of the hand's in, so
exactly.
It feels very weird.
Like, now that I'm doing it on my own body, like, I understand what's happening. Like, she's just arms akimbo, and her thumbs are just behind her back there, but it looks so weird.
The timer reads 41 seconds. There's no time. Get out of here as soon as you... But before I can finish speaking, Suzuha, without any hesitation whatsoever, grabs the time bomb. What? Aren't those things normally supposed to explode when you move them? But nothing happens. I can tell that the timer is still counting down. Less than 20 seconds left on the clock. Suzuha, what are you?
Didn't I tell you to leave it to me?
She looks at me and gives me a big smile.
Take care of Mom, all right?
She turns on her heels and dashes back into the sewers, the time bomb still in her arms. No, Suzuha, you can't. Come back. The sounds of her footsteps grow distant. Suzuha! My voice.
Oh, fuck! That's not at all how I thought that would end. I thought the fact that the Oopas in the same thing meant that just the bomb would fail to go off, but I didn't consider... Oh, no. Oh, no!
All it means is that they survive.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that she survives. Those two are safe.
Oh, no.
But not Suzu. Is engulfed by the enormous sounds of an explosion and the waves of heat that come with it. The sky is starting to clear. I never thought I'd be able to see the sunrise ever again. After the explosion, Yuki-tan and I were saved by the cops and firefighters that came to the scene. The whole incident in Akihabara became top headline news, and there was coverage on it all night. We haven't heard from Kiryushi since the incident. She'll probably never come back to Akiba. Yuki-tan and I were sent to the hospital and received treatment there. Luckily, I only had a few bruises. Since Yuki-tan had been imprisoned for an entire day, she had grown quite weak and needed to be hospitalized. In the end, I left the hospital without seeing her. It took a long time, but I finally made it back to the lab. Chuodori is as busy as always, but there's nobody near the lab at this time of day.
Are you alright?
Okay. To be honest, I'm definitely not alright. My leg still hurts a lot, and my glasses are cracked. I was actually supposed to stay in the hospital to do some tests, but I couldn't handle it anymore. So I got Okarin to help me sneak out.
Hey, what are bros for, right?
We wanted to call a cab, but since neither Okarin or I had money, we reluctantly walked all the way back here. Hey, Okarin?
Huh? What is it?
Did the news say anything about Suzuha? I finally found the guts to ask the question I'd been meaning to ask since leaving the hospital. I had told Okarin everything I knew about Suzuha's true identity, along with how she had saved us by grabbing the bomb.
No clue.
I told you to keep an eye on the news.
I totally did, but they didn't say a word about Suzuha, alright? According to the news, there wasn't a single victim. Not one. Wouldn't that imply that Suzuha is alright?
I wonder. After everything that happened, the logical conclusion would be that Suzuha had died, but if what Okarin's saying is true, this means they haven't found a body.
There's also one more piece of evidence to back up the theory that she's alive.
And what's that?
You said that there was a time machine on the roof of Radicon, is that correct? After you were carried to the hospital, my assistant and I went to check things out, but there was nothing resembling a time machine up there.
Wait, what? I know for a fact that I saw this big satellite-looking thing.
There was nothing.
What? Are you calling me a liar?
Either that or After saving you, Suzuha used the time machine to jump to another era.
Oh. I hadn't considered that.
So for now, just believe, alright?
Okay.
Ha!
Welcome back. Despite how late it is, Maki says she's still at the lab.
My faithful assistant, why have you not returned to your hotel?
I was just doing a little thinking. Maki says she. That's not what I want to hear. You're supposed to be all, it's not like I was waiting for you or anything, Hashida. Come on, Maki says she, just this once. Unbelievable. Shouldn't you still be at the hospital? Why are you even here right now?
I'm rather curious about that one too. What are you in a rush for, Daru?
Well, duh, there's only one reason. And that is?
If you say peaceful, I'm bringing you back.
So I can catch the first train to Komima tomorrow. Huzzah!
Alright, we're bringing him back. Kurisu, I regret not listening to you, and I will never say that again. Ugh.
Because if I can't get my hands on a copy of Nukaria Ice is such a parasite maniac that she's living in my organs, aka Peacelaw, I don't deserve to call myself an otaku. Oh, I can't wait to see Ice Tom.
You could have just asked one of us to get it for you. I would have done... You were in the hospital. I would have done that. Hell, Kurisu probably would have done that if you had asked nicely.
I'm pretty sure I told you this already, but Iceton holds the honor of becoming my 1000th root.
I love the disgusted look on Okabe is giving him this entire time.
The Peacelaw War is going to be brutal. I don't even know if it'll be enough to make the first train, but no matter what. This is a battle that I cannot afford to lose.
Daru, you never change, do you?
Alrighty, I'm gonna head to Ariake now. I've had my backpack ready since yesterday. It's stuffed with the supplies I need for today's battle. Wait, Hashida, I've been thinking. I heard all about Amane-san from Okabe. With that in mind, there's a contradiction in yesterday's events, a time paradox of sorts.
What do you mean?
You know the whole chicken and egg thing, right? It was Amane Suzuha who saved you and Amane Yuki. Which means the reason behind you and Yuki-san being alive past August 16th, 2010 lies in Suzuha-san's actions. But Suzuha-san is a time traveler. She's your daughter from 2036. If you two aren't alive past August 16th, 2010, Suzuha-san wouldn't be born. The cause and effect in this case are looped. This is a time paradox. It's impossible.
Unless Suzuha coming back is what caused that specific event to occur.
Which means there's a chance you aren't actually Suzuha's. Don't sweat the deets. What? I stand up straight, shouldering the backpack holding my change of clothes, water, and handhelds. Well then, I'm off to welcome home my 1000th waifu. Hey, wait, just a sec.
Good luck, Daru.
Okarine salutes me with a smile as I exit the lab, leaving Maki Seishi completely bewildered.
This is how I salute people. I don't actually have a different arm motion, so just roll with it.
I glance at the Upa bandage on my finger. It's gotten a little bit brighter, but the city is still sleeping. I start walking toward the station. Whatever, I'll know for sure whether or not Suzuha is my daughter in about 10 years. And hell, I never made any promises to Yuki-tan, and I never even gave her my name. But if we really are connected by fate, I'm sure I'll see her again. So for now, I'll be me. Just like always. Onward to my 2D waifu. Just you wait for me, Ice-tan.
Yeah, Jesus. What a strange route.
Yeah.
It definitely has to take place in one of the farther ones, past one, because both Mayuri and Kurisu are alive. But man, what a weird, holy shit. That was also definitely a lot more serious than the last one we played.
Yeah.
Wonder what the this looks like now. Oh,
wow. What do we got?
New world line was discovered. Okay, so this one is
Kurisu?
That's the one we're gonna do next. Is Kurisu's line, because we're gonna go in order, obviously. And then up here,
Suzuha.
ghostly rendezvous with Suzuha. Built with Love, Tenoji Route. Okay.
Oh.
Mr. Braun. FN2, Ferris Nyan Yan. Superhero Chat Noir. Chat Noir comes back? What? That one's also in the 3.03. Hold on, we didn't even look at the numbers. Okay, that's a normal one. That's a really high one. Yeah, there's a lot of... I guess if you manage to get it all the way past 3, then like things are just mostly okay. No.
I don't know that I'd call that mostly okay.
Yeah. Wow. I'm liking this though, because it's a much different tone than the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Man, so I cannot wait to see what some of these other ones are. We'll see you next time we do this for Kurisu chapter, Vermilion Soteria, and we'll see you then. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye. I hope you all like Suzuha voice. I don't know. I just think it makes her sound really chipper.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.